This week on Elon Phoenix Weekly, the finals of the Sports Broadcasting Tournament, commentary from our analysts, and how the minor leagues are planning for their upcoming season. Welcome to another episode of Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Finally, the finals of the Everyday Sportscasting Tournament, our first annual tournament, is upon us. With your votes, Drew took off Chase and advanced to the finals, and I beat Javik in my end of the semifinals, and I advanced as well. So this week, Drew and I face off to see who is the best commentator of mundane events. So, without further ado, the finale.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elon Phoenix Weekly's Mundane Broadcast. I'm Drew Gentry with the final round here in the gear room at Elon University in the first floor of McEwen. Here we go. We're getting this disinfection process. A beautiful squirt of sanitizer now going on that XLR cable. Long, slow rubs making sure that every square centimeter is covered with sanitizer. No COVID-19 affecting through the gear room. This is not going to be patient zero. Now that it's all sanitized, the over-under grip technique, making sure that cable gets rid of all the kinks. A few small loops left and into the bag it goes. Now safely virus-free thanks to the new COVID protocols here at the gear room of Elon University.
We are finding sports absolutely everywhere we can. This time, Sophia Ortiz taking advantage of the disinfecting wipes. She gets the spray bottle and reaches for the clean rag. This is all about technique, no timing. Sprays onto the left, transitions over to the right as she is a right-hander, as the ordinary person is. Pulls it through with the reverse trap. This is absolutely sensational. She inherited this technique from her great-grandfather Guillermo, and it is absolutely sensational. Gets to the end of the XLR cable, all untied now. She unravels it. Can she continue the reverse 8 pull? Yes, another absolutely incredible. Look at the perfect circle. Zips it up. Sophia Ortiz has done it again.
And make sure to check out our social media platforms at Elon Phoenix Weekly to make sure that your voice is heard and you vote for who you think is the best everyday sportscaster.
Yes, please go vote for these two awesome guys. I can't wait to see who wins this. Don't go anywhere, because still to come up on this week's episode of Elon Phoenix Weekly, we find out exactly what goes on behind the scenes that allows us to watch our favorite sports. And later, we continue talking about how COVID has impacted the way we interact with sports. All that and more when we return. Welcome back to Elon Phoenix Weekly. As baseball fans in Los Angeles welcomed back their Dodgers after being crowned the 2020 World Series champions, fans elsewhere weren't so lucky this season, especially in the minor leagues. While the MLB was able to successfully play ball following a short COVID shutdown this fall season, the MILB unfortunately had to cancel this summer. To talk more on this sore subject is EPW's very own baseball analyst, Javik Blake.
Behind me is Burlington Athletic Stadium, home to baseball in the area since 1960 and affiliated baseball in Burlington since 1986. It's been home to two different Appalachian League franchises, part of a league that makes up the second lowest rung of minor league professional baseball in the United States. It's been home to the Burlington Indians and most recently the Burlington Royals. And it's been home to some great players, and they've seen some great players come through their doors, including Manny Ramirez, the always infamous Bartolo Colon, and more recently, Salvador Perez, a world champion with the Kansas City Royals. But everything's changing in 2021. Major League Baseball's restructuring their minor league classification, and because of that, the Appalachian League will be no more. Instead of being a rookie advanced league as part of the second lowest rung of minor league baseball, it will instead be converted into a collegiate summer wood bat league, and that leaves the Burlington Athletic Stadium without an affiliate for the first time since 1986.
The news was dropped on September 29th when Ryan Kerr, owner of Burlington Baseball Incorporated, released a statement with the following. We are thrilled to announce this level of partnership with Major League Baseball and USA Baseball. For months, we have remained persistent on finding the best possible solution for not only preserving but ultimately growing baseball in Burlington, North Carolina, and today, that became a reality. But to find out what the Burlington Royals and affiliated baseball really means in Burlington, North Carolina, we sat down with none other than Elon Assistant Professor of Sport Management and former GM of the franchise, Dr. Mark Ryan.
What does baseball mean to Burlington, North Carolina?
Well, I think most of the time if you talk to folks, particularly city leadership, business people in the community, it did set Burlington aside from a lot of other small cities in the state.
Ever since 1942, baseball in Burlington had been off and on, with various teams from leagues like the Carolina League to the old Bi-State League back in 1942. But it wasn't until the Indians in 1986 and the Appalachian League that baseball really took hold in Burlington.
I think it got people really excited. When they actually first came in, Cleveland was sending some very strong teams here. CC Sabathia played here, and a host of others, Richie Sexton and Einar Diaz, and they sent a lot of very good talent through Burlington. And they had very good teams. They were very successful. They were known in the community. They established a brand as being big winners. And people were excited to have a team back.
This past year, however, Major League Baseball has been dead set on bringing minor league baseball under its goal of governing all baseball in the United States. And with that, it's left the Appalachian League turning into a summer league.
High school baseball players, unlike, if you're a football and basketball player, you pretty much have to go to college. You're going to go at least for a year. If you're a baseball player, baseball has always had what, in my opinion, is the best system because players have choices. You can choose to go be a college player, or if you're not really serious about academics, you don't have to go pretend to be a student. You can sign a minor league contract and go play minor league baseball and try to make the majors that way, if you're good enough. So part of that was, of course, the college baseball season is early. It's in the spring. It leaves the whole summer vacation available. And for many years, these college summer leagues had filled this gap by giving student athletes who played college baseball the chance to go play in a league where they used a wooden bat. Big difference between college baseball and pro baseball is the aluminum versus the wooden bat. And so Major League Scouts want to see the players swing the wooden bat.
Historically, the top talent of rising freshmen and sophomores in college baseball went to plenty of leagues around the country. But the new Appalachian League is looking to change that. They're looking to become the premier destination for young college baseball talent.
Will they be able to sustain a team long-term in this collegiate summer league model?
Well, it's a really good question. Yeah, on the financial side, of course, one of the reasons that being in the Appy League had been a good fit for a city like Burlington is that at this level, the parent clubs had always recognized the fact that these are smaller markets. They can't generate the same level of revenue that you can generate in Greensboro or Durham or Fayetteville. And so they had provided more financial support. The big league teams had actually paid for more things at this level than they do at other levels. So for instance, the Burlington team, both the Indians and the Royals, would pay for the bus travel and the hotels and the meals on the road. And some of those things like hotel and bus, if you were at a higher level, the local team would have to pay for that themselves. So there was a level of support provided that is higher than other affiliated leagues in recognition of the small size of the market.
Even without contracts signed, both Major League Baseball and USA Baseball have rumored they will continue supporting the franchises as when they were affiliated. But next year, when a 54-game regular season schedule kicks off in the Appalachian League, it'll look nothing like it's ever looked like before. Javik Blake, Elon Phoenix Weekly.
You can learn more about minor league baseball in the area with Dr. Cryan's book, Cradle of the Game, Baseball and Ballparks in North Carolina.
Yes, for sure. Well, sports have certainly looked a little different these past few months, especially with no fans in the stands. But professional sport organizations got pretty creative, coming up with new and exciting ways to keep their fans engaged from the comfort of their own home. Let's take a look at some of the new ways that sports fans were able to watch their teams during this time.
Even though the world has entered its 8th month of the coronavirus pandemic, for sports fans, the return of normalcy is still off in the distance. Avid followers of their favorite teams are itching to get back into stadiums and venues. Yes, there have been small steps made in the recent months, but the reality is that sports fans are still hungry. While some stadiums have allowed 20% capacity, it will never compare to a playoff shootout at CenturyLink Field with 72,000 people. Leagues have found new ways for diehard fans to feel like they're still in front of the action. The NBA used 17-foot tall LED screens for spectators to feel like they're sitting courtside. Fans have been able to connect with their favorite teams and players through a variety of social media outlets like Instagram and TikTok. One of those players is Matisse Thybulle, who gave his 160,000 followers an inside look into life in the bubble. The in-person experience cheering in a packed stadium will have to wait at least a few months longer. But the wait will be worth it when the Phoenix get a chance to bring school spirit back to Schar Center on January 2nd. Close your eyes. We're sure you can remember those bonding moments supporting our fellow Elon classmates. So, if the country can remain socially distanced for a bit longer, maybe we'll be standing shoulder to shoulder supporting our favorite teams on courts and fields across the country.
It's amazing how technology was able to bring sports fans and their favorite teams together during a global pandemic. Although I'm not sure about you, Tellier, but I'm hoping to get back to attending live sports soon because it's been far too long.
Oh, I'm with you. I can't wait to be back in person. That's when you really understand the atmosphere of the game. Well, next show, a special collaboration with One-on-One Sports to see their hot takes around the world of sports.
Well, fans, if you missed anything, check out all of our episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly or by searching on any streaming channels for ElonCom. Head to elonphoenix.com to learn more about upcoming games and exciting successes for Elon Athletics, and be sure to follow us on our socials at Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Well, that's all we've got for you this week on Elon Phoenix Weekly. On behalf of our entire crew, that's Taylor Schmidt, I'm Talia Lundquist. For the last time this semester, stay safe and good night.